Hey, I wanted to take a quick break out of the day and just chat about something. I got a comment on a video earlier, and every once in a while this happens. It comes up time from time, and the person was like, "You're a narcissist. You're the narcissist." And I always find it interesting, after all this time, when I get comments like that. It's like, okay, and and I did reply to this person, and the first thing is we all have to learn to trust our gut. And I get in that situation, then if I'm telling this person to trust their gut, that I'm admitting that I'm a narcissist. No. What I'm saying is that we so often ignore our intuition, ignore our gut feelings on something, and we should listen to it. When our spidey senses come up and say, something's just not quite right, you absolutely should listen to that. You need to listen to that. I think most of us end up in these situations because we didn't. Because we had those little warning signs. We had those little sinking thoughts in our stomach, or those moments of clarity when we're like, something's not quite right. And we ignored them. No, I ignored them. I know most of you who have reached out to me say that you ignored them as well. Now, when this rolls into healing, you have to find the path that works for you. And sometimes somebody who is a good person and is helpful could actually trigger past trauma, or maybe even, hold on a second, or maybe even causes you to think about something, or it hits a nerve, right? I know that. I know whenever I was watching videos in the past, I would watch somebody who was talking about their story, and it would just rub me the wrong way because the story would parallel mine, and it would cause those PTSD triggers and would send me down a mode that wasn't really healthy for me. And I can say that then I would obviously not trust that person because I'm like, oh, danger, that person acts or says things similar to the ex or to the situation that I was in before. That's a good thing, right? Because your spidey senses are heightened and you're like, oh, crap, danger. I got burned on that pot before. Don't want to touch that again. So that goes back into what I was just talking about is you have to find what is helpful for you. And what I will also say is I've seen other people who are like, oh, so-and-so is really helpful. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, ugh, I get EBGBs from that person. But I'm not going to say that because, hey, this whole situation, at least in my mind, these type of channels, well, I guess mine's a little unique with the sub niche, but let's just take the narcissistic abuse recovery community as a whole. The whole purpose of this, in my mind, is to heal, is to help you heal. This isn't about me. This isn't about what I can grow to or become. This isn't if you pick someone else over me or you're like, I like Angie better than you. Well, I like Angie too. So it doesn't matter. My thing is if Angie helps you, and Angie's great, by the way, then that's fine. You have to find your path out of this darkness. You have to find what resonates with you. And you need to listen to your gut. You need to, whenever your spidey senses are saying something's not right, and let me just add a little caveat on that. If somebody has a large following on YouTube and is a guru or a coach or a mentor or whatever, or even like which I guess technically I'm doing that thing stuff too. But what I mean is that you still need to listen to your own mind. You still need to listen to your own gut. Don't just trust somebody because they have a channel and they have 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. I don't know if anyone has 200,000 subscribers, but if somebody has a gigantic following, listen to them as if they had one person or you didn't know what they had. Listen to their message and say, okay, yeah, that resonates with me. I hear what the person's saying. It's helping me put my thought processes together. And that's what this is all about. This is about getting you out of the abyss, getting you out of the darkness, and getting your life back. As long as what you're doing is healthy and pointing you in the right direction, then in my mind, it's a positive thing. If it's sending you down the pit of hell, or it's causing you to be more stressed, or it's causing you to go backward instead of forward, well, that's a problem. I get that there's backslides through all this. So, I mean, I'm not saying that there's always not positive, that you're not always going to be having positive momentum. Sometimes there's backslides. But if you feel like you're slipping off down the cliff and falling way far down and you're losing all the progress you've made, then you need to think about it. The other caveat on this is I think, in my mind, it's perfectly fine to find a niche, a channel, so to speak, that resonates with you, and you follow it to a certain point, and then maybe you get to the point where you've grown past it. It's okay to put that on the shelf. It's okay to say, okay, I've spent my time with, a good example is I used to follow Richard Granion. I think I'm still subscribed to him. He was a tremendous help to me. Do I watch him now? No, I don't. It's not my thing anymore. And even way before I started this channel, I had gotten to the point where I didn't need to watch the channel. So I put that, on the shelf. I have fond memories of the help that helped me. And I can even scroll back. There were some books that I read that at the time really helped me, but that was a short window, right? It's like it got me in the right frame of mind, and then I realized quickly that that I didn't want to stay in that mode where that author was at, but it absolutely helped me. So I mean, you have to look at it in that construct, or within that view, to say, okay, you can find something that helps you, and then whenever it's time to move to something else, that's okay. And ultimately, that gets you to where you are basically trying to decide where you want to go from here. What is your goal going forward? Do you want to stay in that victim status, which sometimes we do, sometimes we need to get through our little thick skull that, yeah, this stuff was real. It did happen. It actually was real. That's oftentimes why I think a lot of us want to talk about our stories over and over again, is because it's so unbelievable what's happened that we have to keep saying it, because it just seems like we're expecting someone to come up and say, well, that never happened. You're crazy, because we feel crazy, right? But at some point you have to decide where you want to go forward. And then to just kind of wrap this up, at the end of the day, like I was saying at the beginning of this is about you and your healing. This is about, for me, this isn't about me. This isn't about me converting you to my channeldom or whatever. It's about helping you find a path to get your life back, to get out from underneath all the crap that you've been through with your toxic ex. If you have children, to help you try to repair or build on that relationship with them and minimize the damage that's happening, and trying to get your life back and getting your kids on track. That's what this is about. So anyways, I know every once in a while I make a video like this, and I don't get the trolling comments too often, but it's sad. I get it, because I understand how traumatic all this is, and how certain things can be very, very triggering, and really touch on raw nerves for people, especially when you're early in this. So find the path that helps you. Find the resources that help you. If it's books, therapist, hypnosis, YouTube channels, whatever it is, work on rebuilding you. Work on undoing the damage that this has happened. I still really believe, I know this sounds crazy, especially for people new in this, that this is a transformational process, that because of these horrible situations that we've been through, we actually end up on the other side a better, more fulfilled, less naive person who can actually have genuine relationships, genuine experiences, be able to detect when things don't smell right, and to be able to trust our gut feelings, trust our heart, and to be able to have a much better life and not be under the shadow of these toxic Frickin' people. So on that, I hope that message resonates with you. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that YouTube will tell you what's going on. And if you think this could be helpful for someone else, share it out to them. All right, talk to you later. Take care. Bye.